We've been taking a look at the typical points of plot structure in a linear plot. Last time, we looked at the point of plot structure known as the point of attack and discussed the nature of the sustained action that follows this important point of plot structure. Now, we take a look at the individual action that makes up a crucial building block in the linear plot. That point of plot structure is referred to as the inciting incident. The inciting incident is an individual action that occurs relatively soon in the linear plot. The very nature of this action and its purpose to the play makes its early entrance most necessary. Last time, we said that one of the conditions that were created by the sustained action that occurs between the point of attack and the inciting incident was the creation of a balance in the world of the play. The balance is created through either harmony or conflict. We can identify the individual action that serves as the inciting incident of the play as the action that occurs relatively early in the linear plot that upsets the balance of the play. By virtue of upsetting the balance that was carefully created, the playwright gets the attention of the audience and alerts them as to what the main dramatic action of the play will be. The main dramatic action is the overall sustained action or spine of action. When the balance is upset by the inciting incident, a question should be put into the mind of the audience that must be answered. This is often referred to as the main dramatic question. So if the balance of the play Master Harold and the Boys is created by virtue of the harmony between the characters, what action occurs early on that upsets this harmony? Most people will cite the phone call by Hallie's mom as the inciting incident of the play. This individual action upsets the harmony between the characters and puts the question in the audience's mind: how will Hallie resolve his complicated relationship with his father? In Romeo and Juliet, what individual action upsets the balance created by the family feud between the Montagues and Capulets? And how does it upset the balance created by the tension that is introduced in the sustained action between the point of attack and this inciting incident? The action that follows the inciting incident is a series of crises which build in action. Each crisis represents an obstacle that the central character must overcome. This brings us to the next aspect to consider regarding the linear plot. That is, what are the pivotal characters in this linear plot? There may be many characters in a play, but there are two pivotal characters in any linear plot that drive the rising action forward. Those characters are referred to as the protagonist and the antagonist. The protagonist is the central character of the play. It is the character around whom the action of the play is organized. Most playwrights will tell you that there can be only one protagonist on whom the focus of the audience rests. Another important quality which identifies the protagonist of a play is this: the protagonist is the character who goes through the most traumatic change in the play. The protagonist changes almost completely in either their attitude, situation, or both. The other character important to a linear plot is the antagonist. The antagonist is the character who forces the protagonist to go through this traumatic change. The individual action performed by the antagonist, which forces the protagonist to go through this change, is another important point of plot structure, as is the individual action which represents the change that the protagonist goes through. These we will discuss in the next section. So who is the protagonist of Master Harold and the Boys? Who is the antagonist? What about the protagonist and antagonist of Romeo and Juliet? Go to the task for this section and answer these questions. When we come back, we will consider these and look at the points of plot structure where these characters can be identified.